Hey guys, I hope y'all are doing okay today. I got those grandbabies and they're both down for a nap. And I thought while they're napping, I'm gonna go ahead and throw together some supper for us. I'd like for mom and dad and babies to stay, so I thought I would make some drumsticks. I bought this huge pack. You can see how many I have, but I bought this huge pack of drumsticks and they're Purdue, and they were half off, and I thought that's such a great deal. But I thought I would make plenty of them, and if they don't stay, they can take them home with them. But I don't know if any of you have ever tried this, but did you know you can take your drumsticks, your chicken thighs, chicken, whatever, and you can actually marinate it in some V8 juice. And I have got 3 small V8 juices here. I think these are, they're 5.5 fluid ounces that I really need to utilize because they've been in my cabinet a while. We bought them for the grandkids, and Carson hasn't been here in a while. He's the only one that really drinks them. And you can let this marinate overnight if you want to. The longer the better. But I'm gonna let these marinate in this V8 juice for maybe an hour, and then I'll be back and we're gonna throw some drumsticks in the crock pot. Oh, and I've got on my hat, my granny hat. When my granddaughter's here, back last summer, I think, or maybe earlier in the summer, we went shopping and she insisted, I was gonna buy her a hat. She insisted I buy a hat too. So I forgot to take it off. So there's that. But when she's here, she likes for me to wear it. I started calling it my granny hat. And also, I was gonna tell y'all this too. I bought a coffee cup at Aldi's Tuesday, and I thought it was cute. And it says on here, stop and smell the rose. And I thought, why doesn't it say roses? And I thought, oh well, I'll just get it anyways because I really liked the way the cup was made to put my iced coffee in. My daughter gets here and she says, Mom, why do you have a cup that says stop and smell the rose? I think that's how she said it. And I looked at her and I said, well, I wondered why it didn't say roses and it just said rose. She said, no, Mom, it says rose. I looked at her and she said, you don't drink wine. I was like, oh, that's a wine. And I'm so glad she told me because this morning I made a video on my cold coffee and I used this cup. So I may have to redo that and turn it around because I don't want to promote alcohol. And I'm certainly not a wine drinker. But I thought that was funny. You know, these young people, they keep us on their toes. You know, okay. Again, I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and quit talking, and I'm gonna let this marinate for 1 hour and I'll be back. Okay, I have had these drumsticks soaking in the V8 for well over an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and just drop them in my crock pot. There's about 21 here. Okay, and let me wash my hands. I thought Little Miss Sunshine might like to eat some of these drumsticks. Kids like these. And then I'm just gonna pour on my favorite barbecue sauce. We like the Kentucky bourbon, and that is not real bourbon, that's just the name of it. You can rarely find this anymore. But I'm gonna use, I've got a half of a bottle here, and I'm just gonna pour that in there. And I'm just gonna move it around so they can all get nice and coated. You're definitely gonna wanna leave some in the bottle because we're gonna do something else when these are finished. Now I'm gonna put this on high and I'm going to cook it for 2 hours and I'll be back. 2 hours later, and if you're following along, we're going to take those drumsticks out of the crock pot. Go ahead and cut that crock pot off and oil a baking sheet. And we're just going to place them on the baking sheet. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, we've cooked them in the crock pot. Now we're going to put them on a baking sheet. Yes, that's what we're going to do. I feel the same way. But just trust me, trust the process. These turn out so wonderful. And then once you get them on your baking sheet, you're going to take the barbecue sauce. Make sure you had some left over. You will use probably half of the bottle in the crock pot or maybe 3/4, and then the other part you will baste your drumsticks with it. We're going to baste one side, and then we're going to put these in the oven. Put your oven on broil, and we're going to broil these up to 5 minutes. Keep an eye on them. And then we're going to flip them over, and we're just going to do the other side exact same way. By broiling these, your barbecue sauce is going to caramelize and make a great glaze for these chicken drumsticks. Of course, what type of barbecue sauce you use or how much you use is totally up to you, because it really depends on how many drumsticks you have, or chicken thighs, or even chicken wings. That would be great. And voila, after broiling these for 5 minutes on each side, they're done. And y'all, my family love these.